first start
Yeah.
What?
Yo.
We good? Oh, we're good.
What?
Let's do a little
test right here.
Only if I do this? Do I have to talk like this the whole time?
You get home after a long day of school and your girlfriend's arguing with you, and your parents are mad at you for sneaking out last week at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're tired of it all, you're sad, you're mad, and you've got nothing left. But you know what's always there for you and never gets mad at you and always makes you happy? Memes.
Memes. You've definitely seen them. As an adolescent in the 21st generation, you've been exposed to at least one meme regardless of what platform.
But that could soon change. Memes might disappear forever, and it's up to us to stop that.
You might be asking yourself, weren't the Speak Out topics this year supposed to be serious global issues?
And to that we say,
Weren't the Speak Out topics this year supposed to be serious global issues? We
Must
save
memes.
Article 13 has put on restrictions to basic human rights, such as freedom of speech, stifling creativity, and ridding the world of the grandest form of human communication to ever have exist. Now, the European Union has taken away the ability to speak through memes, which is like our generation's MySpace or Facebook. Today's society has created a new language through memes. People have a worldwide means of communication, such as pictures, videos, and other sorts of media. People can bring up one popular meme, and almost everyone around them will understand and communicate back. This creates a bond or a start of relationship through common interests. Buster Bradshaw, for example. Now, we don't know exactly who he was, other than that he's a statue in Rex. However, that was all it took for some of us here to worship this man as a deity, or really, more of a meme. You see, just seeing this statue every day during lunch was enough to bring this person we knew nothing about into our everyday conversation for the majority of our junior year. Everyone involved still knows the hysteria revolving around this statue to this day. A meme actually broke a world record because of its effectiveness at displaying a simple idea whilst rallying support to accomplish a seemingly impossible goal. Memes are always there for you, and they're a way that people can blow off steam after a hard day at the office or in the classroom. I mean, would you rather have a person doing drugs or drinking, or would you rather have them take their mind off with memes?
now I agree. Memes are a beautiful expression of creativity and communication, but some people want to stop them. The European Union recently passed Article 13, a law that could put all of social media content creators in trouble. Article 13 forces social media companies to keep much tighter tabs on what kind of copyrighted material is being displayed on their platform. Article 13 forces the platform to remove all copyrighted content if the owner of the copyright desires. This is all in America, we are more saved by something called fair use. Fair use policy basically allows us to critique, review, and provide criticism for products that might be under copyright without being under copyright infringement. The only problem with this is that this is only in America. This is only American law. Therefore, in countries that are in the European Union, don't have the same freedom. Now, I understand the question you might be asking. Why would I care what happens in the EU when I live in a fair use protected country like America? Well, my uninformed classmates, it could affect you. Yes, you. By posting anything copyrighted, your content might be completely blocked out in another country, making it impossible for anyone to see your artistic genius. Now, wouldn't that be a shame? Now, imagine you're a content creator who uses these profits and ad revenues for a living. Now you can clearly see the issue. Gamers, memers, rise up. Save our memes.
But why must memes be saved from this act? Well, of course, it clogged... Oh. Why must memes be saved from this act? Of course, it clogs creativity and art presentation. Can we get that?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that didn't work. But anyway, it clogs our creativity, but it also inhibits our humanity. The spreading of memes has been a central part of who we are for quite a bit longer than you may believe. Memes, although contrary to what you may believe, are not a new phenomenon. Oh, there it is. And they have been around for thousands and even millions of years. Now, the term meme is short for mimeme, the amalgamation of the word gene and the Greek word mimeia, which means to imitate. It was coined by Richard Dawkins in 1976 in his book, The Selfish Gene. An excellent book that I'm not going to buy. All right. In essence, a meme is an information pattern held in an individual's memory, which is capable of being copied to another individual's memory. When John Wheeler invented the term black hole, and Stephen Hawking's A Brief History of Time, a reader's companion, everyone around the world began using that term to call what used to be called singularities. This is why, as I said earlier, memes predate humans. Memes have existed in the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, as songs, offspring learning tool use, and among many other things. Memes are classified as, some of our slides are not showing up. I don't know what that's all about. But memes are classified as replicators, things that spread over time. Successful replicators follow 3 criteria: copying fidelity, fecundity, and longevity. All of these take into account the success of a meme. And basically, he's monkey. All right, so memes are often compared to genes, another replicator, although memes are more like viruses. An individual who contracts a meme becomes a carrier. The meme lives within their mind and spreads to other people through communication, like a virus or a parasite. For the sake of simplicity, though, let's just compare them to genes. So, here we have a graph. On the bottom here is fecundity, got cut off. I don't know, you guys can figure that out later. But, so here we have genes and memes. Memes with their high copying fidelity, they are successful because they are very similar to their previous generation, but they usually have a low fecundity. They usually take years, generations, you know how it goes, to reproduce. But they're still successful because of their high copying fidelity. Memes, on the other hand, oftentimes start off with a high copying fidelity, but decrease and maintain a high fecundity for quite a while. Now, oh yeah, oftentimes, this is what low copy fidelity looks like. This is the original meme, our first information pattern, and then it changes slightly. Then it changes again, and then it changes again and again and again until it's something completely different than what it was before, barely even looking like how it did before. Now, Emperor Lemon says that, Emperor Lemon, a prominent producer of Post-Dawkins memery, explains that there are several ways to see why a meme is popular, one of which is to quantify their prior exposure and repetition through mass media. If a meme is repeatedly spread by many, the infected are sure to repeat it as well. That's the infected right there. And if a meme is exposed by a major outlet, such as a meme page or news source, it is sure to stick to the minds of many, and the cycle continues. Sources, information, people upload back to sources, and it all happens over and over again. So, the internet is the single greatest medium for memes to spread in known history. Memes could infect the minds of anyone who had access to the internet. The idea of internet memes was first written back in 1994 in a Wired article. Yeah, I didn't know they were around for that long either. But This article was titled Meme, Counter Meme, where Mike Godwin predicts some of the enhancements memetics takes in the age of the net, including how, without even knowing it, people were going to be spreading memes like a virus to others. Eventually, people deliberately were spreading memes before, and that was when the modern idea of a meme was born. Hold on, this one has a build up. And it all started with two characters on a screen. Oh. The smiley. A colon, dash, and parentheses. Now, the smiley was the first traceable meme. The first traceable internet meme. Let's stop that. Okay. The first traceable internet meme. Written back in 1982. By this man, Scott Fahlman, a computer guy at Carnegie Mellon University. And he wrote this: I propose that the following character sequence for joke markers is that. And it might be more economical to mark things that are not jokes with a sad face that you can't see right now. Now, we've had some legends. This I've categorized quite a handful. This isn't really every single one of popular memes throughout the years. Starting in 1982 with the semicolon smiley face, Dancing Baby GIF in 1996, All Your Bases Are Belong to Us in 2000, Shrek in 2001, Peanut Butter Jelly Time in 2002, Scary Maze Game in 2003, Ding Dong Song and Numa Numa in 2004, Flying Spaghetti Monster, Chuck Norris in 2005, Fred in 2006, Leave Britney Alone, Dramatic Chipmunk, Rick Roll, Tayson Day, Chocolate Rain in 2007, David After Dentist in 2009, Bedroom Intruder in 2010, Sad Keanu. Where is he? Oh, he's not here? Okay. Inception Blong, Rebecca Black in 2011, Grumpy Cat in 2012, Call Me Maybe also in 2012, Wrecking Ball in 2013, Doge in 2013, What Does the Fox Say? Vine, Sexy Inmate, Shrek, MOG memes, Pajama Kid, Break the Internet, Hotline Bling in 2015, apparently Harambe, one of the most significant ones, we'll get to that later, Arthur's Fist, Musicallys, 2017, Catch Me Outside, Salt Bae, Sarcastic SpongeBob, 2018, Thanos, Tide Pods, T-Posing, Kowalski Analysis, Yodeling Kid, FBI, this is how Mafia works, Fortnite, and Big Chungus. Also, this little span of years here, 2009 and 2012, was dominated by these types of memes called rage comics, but we're not going to talk about that. All right, so. All right, so what makes a legend? Well, you need all the other stuff that I already mentioned, but one outstanding fact is that people will absorb information and leave it in their long-term memories when they don't find it relevant anymore. Then anywhere from days to decades later, they see that people are making memes about it, right? And this information can be presented to them in an altered fashion, which is still recognizable, but pretty different most of the time. This not only reminds the individual that people still know about the information, but that people are also learning about it. And this creates renewed longevity and makes the meme relevant again. So, memes go through a variety of selection and variation, and ironically, what people consider a meme today is a variation on the original idea. This is what we think memes are now. Now, instead of the original idea, explained to you by yours truly, many consider memes to be humorous images, videos, and other pieces of information found on the internet. But in actuality, today's memes are a deeper reflection of the original idea, only with a broader scale and specific niches. So these are some just types of memes. They can be religions, characters, both fictional and real, concepts, scientific theories, traditions, formats, media, even just text. Now, the most effective of these types of memes are usually the smallest types of informational ones. These memes are often pictures, videos, text, or any format of the three, and they're so effective at being transmitted because they offer the least amount of information for the maximum amount of exposure. Memes can also be defined as socially generated concepts that reflect our psychological methods for information processing. These three psychological methods are schema, heuristics, and chunking. These are what the meme community calls surreal memes because they seem to have no meaning. Yes. Okay, but if you really just take the time to think about it, you'll realize that this is Sunglasses, Ducks, a review classic. And yeah, so you use these three sort of psychological processes to figure these out. So there are layers to memes that span an entire spectrum. And if I got into all of them, we'd need another period. So I'm going to just go over two. Some of these you might not recognize, but it's okay. You're not going to die or anything. It just means that you haven't been infected with the information surrounding the specific memes. So we're going to start with the normie memes. All right, so it ranges anywhere from Facebook mothers posting Minion quotes and sending them to their kids all the time. Daquan, yes, most of you might follow Daquan. Admittedly, I do too, but he is undoubtedly a normie account. This was cropped out. One Tarnation, originally a pretty good meme, became normie because normies found out about it. All right, and before we continue, oh wait, yeah. So this is what normification is like. Harambe, originally a very dank meme. This is all you needed to understand. Just a picture. You knew what this stood for. But then normies got a hold of it and had to put in their little cringy jokes in, like, not sure why they killed me. I was doing a better job of watching that lady's kids than she was. Not even funny, okay? Even the moth one, that was pretty good for a little bit, normified. It's a tragedy. So, next we're going to go into a little danger zone here. Can't have any normies in this one. These memes are still dank, very radioactive. And close your eyes for the next slide if you are like 12 or something, I don't know. So. Okay, so here's me. That was me back freshman year. And can't, man, my mom said no. Me and the boys watching the spoons sparking in the microwave. Did you know that Pornhub was created and named after Cornelius Hubert? And here's Monkey. A little more to the left. You're blocking it. They're right in front of it, dude. That's him. Shaggy, actually a very recent meme, just came out about 2 weeks ago, still hot. And a lot of these types of memes make fun of normie memes, like, son, your mother and I are getting a divorce. Okay, now, so oftentimes these things usually are, you find on Instagram, if you're cool enough, and they usually come from sites like 4chan and Reddit, but find their way onto Instagram and other things like that. This is the pH scale. These are completely normie memes, the Facebook Minion memes, Rage Comics, Harambe, post-normification. And then we get to some stuff that I don't think I'm allowed to say on a mic. All right, so nearing the end of this presentation, I would now like to show you my 2 favorite memes of all time. I'm sorry, folks, I'm sorry. I really can't. I know. This is the last thing. This is the ending monologue. Yeah, okay. All right. So, memes are the format in which humans can share thoughts with one another. These simple transfers of information have become so effective due to the power and efficiency of the internet. Hold that. Oh, not you. Okay, you hold that. Okay, of the internet. Internet memes have become so ingrained within the culture of young people who have internet access. There are dozens of times more informed than those who don't view memes and can easily form discussions over topics because meme consumers share the knowledge of different memes and easily understand if they are shown something new. Taking memes away from humans is inhumane. Of course, memes could never truly be banned in the scientific sense, but the means to share them being cut off from people who have been enjoying and consuming them for years shouldn't be on the EU's to-do list.
When it comes to memes,
we can't stop caring.
We hope you've enjoyed
our meme worth sharing.